Hello, Facebook. I'm live. A couple minutes late, I guess, but who's checking? Nobody. There's nobody here yet, I think. So, just me. So, hello. I'm doing these live streams as a way to stretch and as a way to get to know my own inner critic in a live context sort of way. But also really just it's a fun way to share. So I've been thinking about music and songwriting now pretty obsessively for a couple of years and just loving the journey of it. And so I thought I'd talk about that. I also wanted to talk about a coaching topic I've been bringing up recently, which has to do with all this transformation and change that's happening. So I call it something like putting the tension in intention, or noticing the tension in intention. And what I mean by that is that when we're trying to grow or trying to change or do something, especially something that's a big change for us, there's a little bit of tension that happens inherently because we're stretching. We're not somewhere and then we're going somewhere. And so I use like a rubber band or a bungee. And oh, I see people showing up. Yay, all right. Hi, Amy. Hi, Elda. Good to see you. And my lovely wife, Amber's here too. Hi, sweetie. So the tension in the intention is it's this thing where we're one place. We're let's say we're here on this earth in this one location, and we're trying to get somewhere. We're trying to transform and do something. And there's a sort of an inherent tension that happens because our self-concept, our identity, is not there yet. We're maybe not allowing ourselves to be where we want to be. And this is pretty interesting, I think, because there's a lot of angles to it in thinking about how we stretch and how we grow. And do we give ourselves permission to change? Can we recognize the distance or the gap and maybe shorten that gap because we realize part of us is already there. We're already on the other side. Like if I use my prop, and I'm trying to go over here to become a songwriter, and I'm not yet seeing myself as a songwriter. It's like there's a tug of war going on where part of me feels like I'm writing these songs right now. Let's go. And part of me says, but I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I have the confidence, or I don't know if I know enough music theory, or I haven't sang songs in front of people before, or whatever. So I think that's helpful sometimes to just expect the tension, because if we're expecting it, it's a little less of a surprise. It's a little more something we can actually work with and try to own, is in that our own challenge of how we're working with change. So I thought that was interesting, and I've been thinking about it a lot, so I wanted to share that right up front. So hello, Amy. Again. Yes, good. So thanks for coming. I appreciate having any support on these. I will post this afterwards, most likely, unless something really catastrophic happens and my camera dies or something. But yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about songwriting now. So here's part of being in that intention, or sort of being in the tension of intention. So I was asked not too long ago to write a song inspired by the movie The Big Lebowski, and a movie I really love. And I was thinking about it. I watched it again and I took copious notes, and I'm sitting there with my son and wife watching this movie I've seen 15 times probably. But I was thinking, man, what do I do to write a song about this movie? It's just something so magical about it, and I love it, the concepts and the characters. And I'm still in this tension part, like, am I really a songwriter? Am I enough of a songwriter to write something about this great movie, that epic movie that a lot of my friends like? And as I was about to go to sleep that night, I had this phrase kind of pop in my head. It's one of the biggest scenes in the movie where it's over the line. So if you know the scene, John Goodman's character is screaming at the bowling alley at another contestant, saying he's over the line. He's over the line. He's screaming at him. He gets out his gun. He just goes crazy. And I thought, well, that just got to be something. There's got to be something there. So a couple days go by, and I am singing to myself a little bit, and I sing this line over the line and out of control. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. And I started going, oh yeah, there's something there. It's kind of fun. And I sang it to my wife, and she goes, oh, that's a great start. Yeah, go for it, you know. And so I found this voice memo that I made around that time of me just riffing, basically. And I thought it might be interesting to, like, I'm going to play the song for you in a minute, but I wanted to just show you kind of the raw guts of how does it go when you start writing a song, and what does it start with? So I started first I'm going to sing a little bit. Here's what I was hearing in my head. I was hearing like, over the line and out of control. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. And I was feeling this sort of lilting waltz 6/8 feel, because the tumbleweed at the start of the movie is rolling through town, and I'm kind of hearing this you know, awkward tumbleweeds. And so here's what I came up with in my car, I think. So hopefully you can hear this.
Big Lebowski. Quick idea. 3-4 times. So 1, 2, 3. You're over the line, and I'm out of control.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I don't know.
You're over the line, and I'm out of control.
Yeah.
I feel pain, and I know it's time to roll.
So this is a lot of songwriting. It's like gibberish.
Say roll instead of bowl, make it a little less obvious. You're over the line, and I'm out of control.
Can you hear that okay? Anybody? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear that. Hopefully you can. So yeah, so just, you can hear the ideas. Here's a couple more, whatever I was thinking that day.
We're all bundled up, and it's time to roll.
We're all bundled up and it's time to roll. I don't know. Okay. And, you know, keeps going. Here's some more. Here we go.
I know when you left, you're the piece that held it all together.
There you go. Okay, I know when you left, you're the piece that held it all together. I don't know. It's just riffing, coming up with ideas. And so now fast forward to a week later. And I start thinking, well, all right, I'm trying to work with this line, and I just can't make it fit the song. I'm like, this is just, it's not fitting. It's not working. And I just started to go some other places. And so I came up with this line. I'll play a little bit, where I kind of say that, here we go. I'm a middle-aged cowboy feeling uptight. Show me the light. Will you show me the light? And I was like, okay, that seems like a song. And I didn't sing it that well, believe me. When I first was doing it, I was like, you know, just hacking, trying to find something. But I felt like this middle-aged cowboy feeling uptight, because the dude talks about not, hey man, don't get uptight. You know, he's the dude. He abides, doesn't get uptight, except he kind of does, but that's part of the joy of the film. So I had a hard time letting go, though, of this first concept. So it's the tension in the intention. It was like, I'm going, wow, wait a minute. I have this idea. Why am I running from that idea? So I kept working with the tune, kept working with it in and out and trying some different things. And Jen Ayers, my voice coach, who is amazing, she said, why don't you just jam on it for a while and it'll come? And I was like, oh, yeah, that's a cool thing. So I just jammed on it for a while. My family heard it many, many times. And I eventually settled on a tune where Over the Line ended up becoming the chorus of the song. But it was not at all like you heard it before. So remember that melody I sang, over the line and out of control. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. And that is not at all what it ended up. And I was talking to my friend, Tim Walsh, T.W. Walsh, great songwriter, mastering engineer, buddy of mine. And and I was explaining this process to him. I was going, man, it's just kind of weird. I'm not using the line and he said, hey, you know, an idea is just a stepping stone, you know, and I think it really helped me click in that, oh yeah, this is just one idea and it's going to become something totally different. And that's okay. So my encouragement out there to you all, if you're writing and songwriting, is to really allow for those first ideas to be whatever they are and not be too worried about them, because they're getting you on that road. Okay? All right. So take a sip of water here and we'll try this. take you all the way through. The song is called Over the Line, but it sounds quite different than that initial idea. I'm a middle-aged cowboy feeling uptight. Show me the light, will you show me tonight? Show me the light, will you show me how to roll through this town like a dry tumbleweed? Will I take heed? Things are picking up speed. I'm an upside down gambler who won't lay past my prime. They sold out my mind for a lonely thin dime. Over the line. How do I get back when I'm over the line? I'm a wandering gringo looking for a strike. Are we rolling tonight or looking for a fight? Are we rolling tonight or looking for a tumbling weed that's tired of being tossed? There's a rough wind chasing me and I'm waking up lost. And I don't know the cost for a beaten down loafer who's way past his prime. They sold out my soul for another man's good time. Over the line. How do I get back when I'm over the line? I don't know how to say sorry, 'cause I'm sorry all the time. I only know when I'm sliding, my heels drag over the line. Over the line. Over the line. Over the line. One last time. Over the line. Over the line. Over the line. One last time. One last time. Over the line. One more time. Over the line. One more time. Over the line. One more time. Over the line. So that's where it ended up. Goosebumps. Oh, Amy, you're so kind. Thank you. Goosebumps is a great word. I even have a blog post about goosebumps. So, hi, Elda. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, goosebumps are like my signal. It's kind of my compass. Like when I'm writing music or thinking about things I like in life and love in life, when I get goosebumps, I know I'm on to something. I know I'm on the right path, and I stay in there. So I'm working on a song right now that it's not quite ready. I'll play it soon, maybe in a couple weeks. And it's like, gives me goosebumps, certain parts of it, but certain parts do not. So, and Over the Line, definitely, I think I had some goosebumps writing that. So thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, nice. Thanks, Amy. Appreciate it. Yeah, so that's where Over the Line went after that initial idea. So give yourself permission on your ideas to follow through and also fall away and try something else that's maybe inspired by that first idea, but not beholden to it. I think that's really powerful. By the way, I meant to bring up at the beginning, my one commercial part of this, I'm finishing my audiobook. So I wrote this book called Doubt Riding Shotgun, working with self-doubt and such. And I've been recording here in my little studio. There's my mic. I've been tracking away, and it's all recorded, and I'm just kind of finishing the last bits of edits for it, and it's going to be coming out in June, so it'll be out next month. Not tomorrow, but probably within a week or so. It depends how long the approval process takes. There's a lot of requirements. So the glamorous life of an audiobook creator, welcome. This is what it is. You sit in front of a mic and read your own book, and then I edit out all the lip smacks and breath noises afterwards, which is making it a better listen, I hear, from the beta listeners. So, yeah, so that book, the book is available. It's Doubt Writing Shotgun. It's in Amazon and Apple. Eventually I'll get it to some other places. And I'm doing an in-store book event on Monday at Brick and Mortar Books in Redmond at the Redmond Town Center. My first book event, so that'll be cool. Excited for that. Yeah, so let's see here. I thought maybe to close things up, I would do one more song. I don't want to be a one-trick pony, you know. Gotta at least try two things, and we'll see. But yeah, please feel free to, in the comments, to let me know what you'd like to talk about in terms of songwriting, creative process, self-doubt, any of those topics or anything, and I'll try and address them in future live streams. And also, what time of day is a good time for a live stream? I see this is a good time for 4 people, but maybe, and thanks for the congratulations. Thank you. And so the what is a good time for a live stream? You know, right now 2:30 on Fridays just kind of worked in my schedule with coaching and parenting and all the things that are going on. But by all means, let me know. I want to find a way to live stream to more people. And I'm also going to try maybe live streaming to YouTube at the same time as Facebook, but that's next level. That'll be next time. It's funny, sometimes I feel like I'm talking too much in a live stream, but I guess if I'm the only one talking, it's hard to say. I guess I just have to keep talking. So. All right. So this song is called Ticket to Ride. It's my own version of Ticket. It's a different Ticket to Ride. So I did a little songwriting workshop, and they gave us some rhyming pairs of words. They said, okay, we're going to give you some words, which I thought was really weird, by the way. It felt like strange, but I guess it's really common. They said, okay, ticket, missed it. So you can play bingo at home. Yeah. In New Zealand, it's the morning. Awesome. Love that. So talk about singing. Is that the word, singing? Okay, cool. Oh, great voice for audiobooks or singing. This is probably not what you want to do, is watch me translate your text into there. Okay, cool. So, all right. So with this song, so ticket, missed it, labor, favor, gold, hold, cost, lost. So if you want to play bingo at home, you can wait to hear those words. Need, street was also requested. I couldn't fit that in this song. I put my foot down and said, no, I'm the artist here, and I can't fit that in. But the writing prompt went like, hey, take these rhyming pairs and work them into the song. So from a songwriting point of view, maybe what I'll point out is I thought it was fun to see if I could do what's called an internal rhyme. And I didn't think about this, okay? This is not, later it was pointed out to me, this is an internal rhyme. But I didn't want to have the end of the phrase be ticket and missed it. It just didn't really fit with how I was feeling. So I gave myself permission to rhyme inside like the phrase. So it's like part of the phrase, ticket, part of the phrase, the next phrase, missed it, end of the phrase, instead of having the rhyme always at the end of the stanza or the couplet. Okay. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna try this in a totally different environment here. Here we go. So this is called Ticket to Ride. You gave me a ticket to ride, but I think that I missed it this time. There's a war going on inside. Did I give you my heart or keep my pride? You said all I need is to hold on, and everything will be gold from now on. Heaven's where the heart is, so I know. Heaven's where the heart is, so I know. I looked in the mirror and found nothing's the same this time around. I just want one favor tonight. love without labor or spite. You said all I need was to hold on, and everything will be gold from now on. You told me white lies to keep my heart at bay. You gave me the hope to hope for another day. Heaven's where the heart lives, so I know. Heaven's where the heart lives, so I know. There's a beat in the rhythm of my pulse. There's left some blood in heaven, you know, and I know. It's flowing like a river that's forever lost. Will I get to heaven, and what will it cost? I'm just waiting for my heart to open up. I'm just waiting for my heart to open up. You gave me a ticket to ride, but I think that I missed it this time. All right. We've grown to 5. Hello, BJ. Thanks for listening. Hey, Corey. Yeah, thanks for posting the link to my book. Appreciate you. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're still in the, I guess we're sort of in the wrapping up phase now of this this live stream, but a couple folks are still joining, and I'll post it, and you can share it and tell other people, and we'll do this again next Friday. It just keeps going, and I'll bring in some new tunes and maybe challenge myself. That's the idea here. So I'm having fun with it. It's an interesting way to kind of put yourself on stage, so I encourage it. And I just wrote a blog post this week, in fact, about open mics and how powerful those are. It's really such a great thing to like share what you're doing with the world. It's wonderful if you make music at home, but sharing it's like that next thing. And there's a lot of supportive environments. So if you haven't been to an open mic before, I encourage you to try it. It's usually pretty great. And I joke that most people at an open mic are not really there to hear you. They're more worried about when they're going to perform. So actually, it's kind of like everyone's waiting till you're done so that they can play, and it feels like that sometimes. Although sometimes there's people there just listening, but it kind of helps me, my nerves at least, go, okay, everyone's here just getting ready to perform as well, and they know what you're going through. So, all right. So with that, I'm going to move to close here, but great to see you all. And, thanks for the goosebumps again. Beautiful. Find your goosebumps. If I can give you any message out there, whatever gives you goosebumps, it's a great thing to learn about, investigate. And sometimes we don't get those hits very often. We're like, oh, what was that? I'm not sure. We got to slow down, get back to the goosebumps, and really dig into what's really important for you at this moment in your life, wherever you are in your journey. So beautiful, Elda. Great to see you pop up here. You're awesome. Yeah. And thanks, Amy, for all the great conversational help and support there, and bringing in BJ and Amber, of course. Love you. And all right, I think I've got everybody. Corey. Yeah, thanks, Corey. All right, so thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Be good to yourself.